shirt this month. You can't ask me what this shirt means. All right?
I'm proud of whatever you think.
Yeah, whatever you think this means, as long as you're all about this month or making money off this month, we're on the same page.
It's all about.
It might be rainbow time, but it's all about that green, baby. We're only concerned in one of those colors.
There's one stripe in there particular that we're focused on, and it's the color of money.
It's all about that one
joy.
One. Yeah. Deirdre's here. Hello, Pride Month.
What's up, Deirdre?
We're here.
It's Pride Month.
It's time.
This is going to be said over and over again.
Right, I can't wait. Rainbow capitalism.
It is the most
Philadelphia. It's worth $50.
How much
the most pandering shit, and then it's like all year long. Where have you been?
Look, let me show you this. Let me show you what the screen looks like here. Here's my fucking mouse out here. This is what it looks like.
Oh yes,
we're just gonna leave it. Whole episode, we're gonna just leave it right in the middle. It doesn't block anything that we need.
If you guys are looking at it, I have this beautiful
Matt's
design
got the shirt on
that Matt and I designed. This is the one where I made more than just a quote contribution.
That's right
on it.
Yeah. Yes.
I did the actual art for it, and then Matt made it more professional.
Well, I just
Photoshop.
Yeah, we kept the robot, and then I just made everything else in Photoshop. That's it. Tyler says he sees nothing.
Tyler doesn't see anything.
That's what happens.
Because your eyes are closed, Tyler.
No, that's because Tyler downgraded his Patreon level back to $5 ago.
Well, good.
That's okay. We weren't here. That's right. That's.
I still think it's too much.
That's closer to what he should be paying. Yeah,
it should be zero.
He's going in the right direction. That's it. That's it.
What's sad is that we have lots of ideas for content.
Yeah.
But we don't really have.
We never take enough time to get together to do it.
Well, no. We have content we can put out right now.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we share a bunch of stuff already.
We do. That's true. we just got to do it.
We don't have anyone who
Ain't
wants
nothing
to
to it
money.
but to do it.
And is it because we're not pandering to whatever flavor of the month it is?
That's it. Well, I mean, maybe we can start. We're going to start with this episode. This is going to be episode 1 right here.
No, I don't want to do that.
I don't like that.
Well, I don't want to be like cashing in on this shit.
We're not fucking going to do that. Are you kidding me? We will never fit in with the world ever. I
think that's more evidence of that's more of the evidence that no one wants to give us money because no one's listening to us. That's how we want to keep it. That's why we're not going to pander to anybody. We don't want anybody to know about this shit. We like to pretend like we're relevant in any form, but we're not.
We can't handle the pressure.
Too much fucking shit on me. I can't breathe.
Oh, so we don't hear birds chirping.
Goddamn bird nature. Goddamn. Shut up. We're trying to do a fucking show. God.
Gotta yell at somebody since Orion's not
here. Somebody's got to get it.
Somebody's making noise out here, and it's interfering with what I'm doing.
Somebody's got to get told to shut up. Trying to do our dumb show for 4 people.
Dumb show. I feel like I'm at like a little kid's tea party when we do this. It's basically most of our audience are stuffed animals.
Sit down and drink your tea.
It's just air. Drink it.
There's no milk or sugar or cream or whatever the fuck they put that in there.
You keep steeping it.
Just don't ever stop.
Stop steeping.
Forever steeping. All right, let's start the show here.
All right, might as well.
Now that we've wasted everything as usual.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Yay! And then space.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Bunch of fucking amateurs. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah.
Okay, then.
Hail to the king, David.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Let's go bullet.
You tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
What's going on, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt's
fiddling with his mic already.
I'm just making sure I'm getting the right
And you know
amount
what
of
that
volume.
means? It's Pride Month, everybody. Get your goddamn wallets out.
I'm fiddling with Mike over here. It's Pride Month.
It's time to pay up. Pay up for Pride Month.
Bring your dollar signs and your dollar bills.
We just want that green strip of the rainbow, baby. Just bring it to us. We need it.
We're hungry for your money, and we're hungry for cocks.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want us to do.
Some injections, some cash injections is what we're looking for here. We just need a whole lot of money right now. Whatever you're interested in, we are also interested in that.
The Amazon Fulfillment Center will guzzle jizz in front of paying customers.
We'll do it in space. We don't fucking care.
We shot a dick up there. We're already right along the lines, aren't we?
We're all friends with Harvey Milk and all those people. But you know, we're just trying to keep things as progressive as possible.
Amazon sent you a playlist. What?
That's
money.
That's it. I'll tell you, all these corporations are bringing a whole new layer of meaning for gay for pay. You know, it's a whole other thing
for pay. Everyone's gay for pay this month.
Listen.
And I feel like we bring this up every single year.
Yeah, sure.
At this during Pride Month, but yeah, they just want your fucking money, and it's not even just it's whatever month.
Yeah,
they're whatever month.
Right.
Has a theme
exactly
or a topic. Right. I was looking through my calendar, and Hispanic Heritage Month starts in the middle of like August.
Well, sure, it's hot.
It's like the 15th, and they don't get a full 30 days.
Yeah, but see, they get done so quickly. You know, they're so efficient. Whenever they get involved, they don't need a whole month.
They siesta for the first half, and then the last half, it's fine. That's the way they like it.
They're all right with it. We asked them. Trust us, they're running our company. Okay, or they're making it run at least. That's it.
It's just so arbitrary. Like I don't understand. And then and of course, I like I don't know, like I like to spotlight groups.
Yes.
I love it.
Sure.
I think Pride Month is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because you can be like I wore this shirt out. I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
I wore the shirt out and I'm sure nobody knows what the fuck it means.
Right.
Like how can you?
Of course not.
No, because nobody listens to the show.
No.
But I'm sure they see it as vaguely vaguely gay.
Supportive,
it says gay on it, and I'm sure it's supportive,
right.
Or it means like I'm gay or whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, I was like, I'm proud of whatever people think of this.
That's it.
I should be proud of any thought that they have.
This is the thing. See, what you don't realize is that whenever they try to pinpoint what it means, the moment that they start thinking about it, that little bit of gay seeps into their brain.
Right. And that's what I'm hoping for.
That's how we plant the seed.
See, I feel like it is kind of a test in a way. Like you see somebody waving that flag and you either have two reactions to it, like great,
right,
or
and that's how we weed them out.
Right.
That's how we weed them out.
That's actually
until next month, and everybody's fine.
The quote is that's what it's about, actually.
Exactly right. Yeah.
I love my gay robot son.
Yeah. I'm not gay, but I am a robot. Yeah. My son's gay.
Oh, man.
And I'm not ashamed to admit it. That's the important part.
That is the important part.
Yeah.
But we support you all, and I'm wearing this. If you're not on the stream with us,
right,
I am sporting the I Love My Gay Robot Son t-shirt.
That's it.
That you can see here. It's for a very low price.
How much was it?
I think it was like $15 on Redbubble. It depends on what kind of shirt you get.
That's better than Hot Topic.
That's right.
They're like $20.
Oh, Hot Topic is like $20 or $30 now.
Yeah. Well, there you
inflation.
go.
I'll tell you what doesn't inflate is the price tag of the Matt Redbubble shop.
That's right.
Pride Month.
Up,
get
down,
your Pride Month t-shirt.
That's right. That's right, folks. Gotta feed the machine. Feed that big gay machine. That is your son.
Never sell out like that. Other people.
Tyler says last month they gave him free sushi for Asian Pride Month. Yep, joke's on them. Not even Japanese. That's all right. They gotta take guesses. At least they're trying. They're moving in the right direction. I guess.
Next time, just they'll mail them some peanuts with it.
Just right. Just you can figure this out.
You guys like the peanuts, don't you?
You can feed it to an elephant. You can make some sauce out of it. Whatever you need to do. It's Pride Month. So you need to sit back down. You need to wait till next year.
It's not your turn anymore.
Your turn is over.
Unless you're gay as well.
You need to get in the back of the line. All right? If you want seconds, you need to get in the back of the line. There's a bunch of gays here, and they're here for their turn. Okay. God.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's an absolute
we
mess.
can't forget everybody else too, like all the other various categories and things.
What, the LGBTQ plus community?
Yeah. And
well,
plus the plus sign. I feel like it's a lot. I guess they're just like they either that or they put all the alphabet in there.
Well, at one point there it was longer, and then they shortened it and just put the plus at the end to sort of summarize, because it just helps to from.
What is kind of the catch-all term that they're kind of using at this point now?
Well,
it's
that
not really
varies
like queer, is it?
Well, queer is something that some people will use.
I almost feel like it's like not a good definition.
Well,
because queer just means not like off center.
Yeah,
I guess,
right, correct, yeah.
But I don't know if that really encompasses.
I don't think that there's necessarily a catch-all term that everyone's comfortable with, because I know there's some people that don't like to use the word queer because of the identification. Well, because they have a personal identification of like that being used as like hate speech, basically,
right? Yeah,
against them. So but at the same time, it's just it really isn't a catch-all. I don't think at this point. It's just a member of the LGBTQ plus community. So
yeah, well, yeah, it's always interesting to find out the different like parts of the human experience and human mind.
Yeah,
because clearly everybody has like a very different. You taught me this like back in like high school. You were doing research for the Kinsey Institute.
Correct. Yeah.
And you're like, it's not binary. It's a scale. Like everyone's on like in like a realm of how,
of heterosexuality on one side and then homosexuality on the other side, and then the scale somewhere in the between there is where most people fall. Oh, Deirdre said I wrote a paper on this. Queer community is a neutral name. Some people don't like it, but it's the most middle ground. So there you go.
Deirdre would probably be more of an official on this.
There we go.
You're more read up on this.
There we go.
Yeah, that's cool. I was interested to kind of like.
That's it.
I'm not like I haven't really like researched into that community that much, and I actually really don't ever discuss it with any of like my friends that are, I guess, in that group,
right?
Because that's not what I want to even talk about with them. Usually, I talk about stuff that I'm interested in. With them.
Yeah, exactly right. Yes. Are we fucking? No, okay, we don't need to worry about it then.
Because like I feel like it's a weirdly uncomfortable thing, right? If some stranger person or even just an acquaintance started talking to you about your sex life, you might be like, I don't really want to talk about that.
Right? Yeah.
I don't want to talk about mine. Why would you?
That's sort of it. It's like it's a matter of. It's also a matter of figuring out how we can, understand that some people like to talk about aspects of their life and other people don't. And that is a matter of their personal preference.
Right.
That's the idea. But it's, whatever it is, it's just a matter of being conscious. It's no different than anything else. Like, would you like to talk about your relationship with your parents? Yeah. Not like you're romantic, but like how's your dynamic with your parents? Do you want to talk about that? Some people are like, fuck no. And other people are like, yeah, they're fine. So it's like, it just have to be considerate. God forbid we have to consider the feelings of another human being when we talk to them. But
we live in this world full of people who are so fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
And mostly dumb.
Right.
And unfortunately, this is the theme of our show.
Yeah, right, exactly right. We celebrate that every week.
This is my soapbox I live on. I never even step down off of it. I just constantly talk about the same topic.
We live up here now.
Yeah, this is where I got cozy. You ever seen those climbers on those cliffs who like tack in a sleeping bag up top there, like a hammock?
Yeah, they're like, this small sheet of fucking burlap is perfectly safe for me to sleep on. Luckily, I sleep very still, like a statue.
Would you fucking do that?
Never in a million years. You could tell me if you sleep there for one night, I will give you $2 billion. And and I would say no. Honest to God, I would turn down $2 billion for sleeping on one of those things. Fuck no.
I don't know how I could sleep. It would probably take me days to actually fall asleep.
I would just sit there and shake the whole time, and I'd shake so bad the pins would come out of the rock, and I would fall to my death.
I'd be sweating.
Oh my God.
Drenched. Oh my Jesus
Never,
Christ.
ever would I ever do that.
I'll tell you who would do that, Allison.
Yeah, I'll believe
100%.
it. I believe it. Absolutely, of course you would.
She is so unafraid of things.
Yeah,
it scares me the amount of bravery she has.
That's it.
Holy shit! I never could do it. I just maybe I'd try it for that much money.
Right.
I probably would try. I've sucked up worse shit for less in my life. So I could probably find it in myself to deal with it.
No, not me. No,
but
I'll tell you, I don't like to go on airplanes. I don't like to go on boats. I don't even
You've
like
been on airplanes, though, right?
I have, yeah, and I've been on boats too. I don't even like to get into the pool. I like to keep my feet on the fucking ground. Okay, that's where.
If there was a zone on Earth where gravity ceased to exist or it operated differently,
oh hell yeah,
would you go there?
Well, yeah, because then it would just be like any other day.
Well, that would be like being in the water or whatever, right? There'd be like this.
I just don't like to be
unless
wet.
You lasso onto. Oh, you don't want to be wet.
I don't like to be wet. I hate it. I hate it. In fact, before I like take a deep breath before I
showers.
I take a deep breath before I get into the shower.
Bath like a chinchilla. Just get it all
That's
off.
it. That's it.
Rubbing the dirt.
I look like old Corey Ewan stunt fighters when they kick each other. The chalk's coming off. All over the
Why are
place.
these motherfuckers so dusty? No wonder they're angry.
I just took a whole side journey down watching old kung fu movies and stuff. Every time the fight starts, the first punch or kick, it's just dust flying off. Doesn't matter what they're doing, where they are. It can be an old timey movie. It can be a new movie.
They're about to play cornhole.
Like, what are you doing? Clapping erasers or something here? What the fuck is happening? Why are you so dusty? Jesus Christ!
Everyone's a school teacher there. Everyone.
It's like they just keep those little cones that you use when you play pool, so you can dust up your hand. Like, Jesus Christ, you don't need all that dust, but you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But
you got to be dusty, or else how do they know the kicks landed?
That's right. It's more dramatic. It's more dramatic. Yeah. I'll tell you. It's
you know what we watched. I'm gonna call you guys out on this now.
Mm-hmm.
That I was on the stream with Jesse and Steph the other night.
Yeah,
they're watching this movie called The OneArmed Boxer, I think it is.
Okay.
I apologize if I said it wrong. I know you guys are listening, but it's fucking. So it started off in like the kind of movies that they typically watch. We're talking like C movies.
Sure.
Like just like you never even heard of this crap.
Perfect. Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
This dude, it was kind of sweet. And forgive me if I misread it at all because I came in like a little bit late, but I there's like 3 or 4 like kung fu master guys come into this dojo and just get kicked the shit out of everyone that's there. And they're just, I don't know why they did it, but they all have like these special styles and attacks and shit. And just one of the dudes who got his arm like ripped off, right? I guess like you didn't even notice when it happened. I'm serious. Like he just like got up from the wreckage and he's like, Jesus, like his arm's like gone. Yeah. And he just goes and like trains really hard with his one arm. Right. You even know this guy never got introduced in the beginning. Yeah. Which I loved it. He just like came out of the wreckage. There he was. Yep. He goes and trains and then he seeks out each one of these masters and he kills them. There and I was like, that's fucking cool.
Man, that's
so that totally won me over by the end. I was like, this was great. And it literally was just that. It just started with the dojo part. It ended with him killing the last guy, and as soon as he did, the credits immediately started rolling. Waste no time.
The original title translates to "You're double parked."
Hurry up! My meter expired like 30 minutes.
We gotta move this along.
If I don't get out there now, there's gonna be a boot on my car, and I can't afford that.
We unfortunately we finished shooting. We wrapped shooting before sunset. We don't have the money to continue shooting, so we can't have them go off into the sunset. We certainly can't make it artificially. So we're just going to wrap it up here. This is going to be the end.
But as you brought that up, that genre might actually be my favorite, like terrible genre.
Oh man,
because I've seen this other series of movies called it starred this guy named Sonny Chiba.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
I can't remember the name of his of this one particular movie, but I'll never forget this. This motherfucker, he strikes with his with all of his fingers, right? He does like does like a chop strike kind of thing. Right in this guy's groin,
Yeah.
and rips his whole junk all the way out. He just yanks it all off.
What?
And I
It's
was
like starting a mower.
Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, it was the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. My mom got me this movie out of the grocery store checkout aisle.
Oh man, I've got Snake Crane Secret. I got that one at the dollar store.
I remember that
It's a
one.
gem. It's a gem. Absolutely. Well, he made all those movies on like shoestring budgets.
Yeah.
And it was the same guys just over and over again.
Oh.
And there's no stunt work. It's just those guys. That's all they do. You know, it's the same 8 guys all the time. And
I love it.
The massive usage of backwards shots where they'll like shoot
reverse,
it. Yeah,
reverse
everything. You know, to get a knife to go to just the right place, or you know, that kind of stuff.
It's classic.
Oh my god, it's an amazing thing.
You actually do find some pretty wacky, like insane shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just funny that genre actually isn't bad.
Yeah, it's perfect. they really do. They stay in their lane. I think that's why.
Right. They made their own lane.
Yeah,
they're like cyclists.
Exactly right. Just stay in that lane.
If you hit them, it's your fault. But
That's
they're
it.
infuriatingly there.
That's right.
Right?
You're not going to get
They're
rid
not
of
going
them.
anywhere else.
And they're wearing real tight clothes.
Why are their clothes so tight?
Got to stay streamlined.
Streamlined.
Got to reduce that drag.
If we lived in a
But not during Pride
colony,
Month.
not during Pride. Nope. No.
We want
Increase
increase the drag during Pride Month, folks.
Get on that bike in high heels.
That's exactly
God
right.
damn it.
We need to know. You got to. You know, they always say you got to take walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. This is your opportunity.
Now's your chance.
Put those stilettos on and start strutting. That's really the bottom line when it comes to those martial arts movies. It's really all
Get
about.
up in there.
I mean, even I'm watching right now. I'm in the middle of watching The Legend of Feng Sayuk with Jet Li. In America, they normally just call it Legend.
Oh yes. I know that one.
But in the first one, there's like this guy and his daughter. He's like this rich guy or whatever that moves into a town, and he holds a contest, like a fighting contest, and the person has to beat his wife at kung fu, and the winner gets the daughter because he's trying to marry his daughter off. So that he can become like ingratiated in the community.
His wife's the badass of the family.
Apparently. And then Feng Sayuk's mother, Jet Li's mother in the movie, she dresses up like a man and comes and beats what happens is Jet Li almost beats this guy's wife, and at the last minute Jet Li looks over and realizes that the daughter left because she didn't want to be part of this whole contest. She didn't feel it was right that she was like a prize for a fighting contest. And so the father substituted some other like handmaiden lady and put a cloth over her head, and she lifted the cloth up at the last second, and he saw it and he goes, ooh. And so then he purposely loses the match. So then his mother comes because she hears that he lost the fight, and she's like, what's going on? He never loses a fight. And so, so she dresses up like a man. She comes and she wins, and then the guy's wife falls in love with her, thinking that she's a man, and that's the hijinks through the rest of the movie.
What the fuck?
It's fucking
I thought
amazing.
this movie was like a serious movie.
No. It's both of those are like they have like underlying comedy. It's a lot like Kung Fu Hustle. Where it's
really?
they're almost serious fighting movie, but there's like jokiness to it, you know.
Makes you wonder how much of a satire that even is.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's
these movies don't seem to take themselves all too seriously.
Well, and at some point you have to realize that you can't, you know. That's part of getting
it's just
growing
incredulous
up.
to say that this is a serious work of art.
Yeah, these fights don't last this long. So that's
the fighting though is pretty. I mean, it's wacky, but when they do the choreography and the actual like the cinematography with it, I think they're generally almost always interesting.
Yeah,
they're
sure.
Almost always pretty decent.
Yeah, they do.
I have yet to see a one that's like so awful that I'm just like, I can turn this off.
Yeah, because I think there's systems and they just sort of interchange them and mix them together. It's a lot like music, you know. Like
I'll tell you what, there's
take all these things.
The worst fighting, one of the worst things I've ever seen. I was watching Sci-Fi Channel, and I guess that like last Resident Evil movie that they did.
I think I had
like the end of it all, the apocalypse or whatever, part 95,
95,
whatever one it was. They have like this whole fight in that laser room. Remember the laser hall?
Yeah.
It's at the end. It's like they're back there in the place where they started.
Of course.
But It was like having a seizure watching this movie. It was
because of the lights.
No, dude.
Flashing?
No, it was the editor was on like, I think the editor was like falling asleep on cocaine because like
had his finger on the cut.
Yeah, and just cut. And that was like and the rewind, other hand was on rewind,
right.
Because what would happen is the camera would zoom in on that person's face,
right.
And then do like a third of a second, I swear, like a third of a second flash to like a move, and then quick shot to the other person, then the zoom into the face, and then there was probably like 14 takes of them zooming from different, like slightly different angles, that they just cut in, and within 3 seconds, I swear to God, I've seen probably I think like 90 frames.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, I'm like not hardly even exaggerating.
How did they figure out how to split single frames? That's what I want to know.
It feels like a medical emergency.
It's so you can really feel what it's like to be chopped up by lasers. That's the idea.
I think so. It was supposed to be like this badass.
It's like the last guy gets all the like chopped into a whole bunch of pieces. That's what it feels like. That's what he saw.
I was cut into like 4 sections, so he's like,
"This is what this is what Resident Evil looks like for flies." You gotta.
I wish I would have ended up as meat chunks by the end, because that would have been a sweet release.
It was the intention, but
God, it was terrible. I know I could have changed the channel, but God, it was so awful.
Yeah,
I only watched it for about. Well, it felt like an eternity.
I just had to lay there and let it happen to me.
I think I was only watching it for about 4 minutes, but it felt like it was 14 hours.
Right. Well, it was 14 hours worth of footage in 14 minutes. That was it.
It holds the world record for most visual imagery in like the shortest amount of time.
Yeah, it's a whole new layer of cliff notes. You just jump right into tossing it.
I thought, how bad can this be? There's only 4 minutes of this movie left, and I'm gonna start watching. I wanted to see this movie called Hotel Artemis that was coming on.
Yeah.
I never caught it, and I was like, oh, this is on TV. And I just
wasn't that one with Jeff Goldblum in it?
Yes, I didn't even know he was in it until he showed up. Towards the end.
He's only in it
I was like, what
3
the
seconds.
Fuck? Yeah, in there. He's in there for maybe like
I
don't know, just like he's like a plot device more.
Yeah,
more
basically. Like, hey, Jeff Goldblum's in this. We can put him in the trailer, and that way people will come.
His death is like fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so great. So spoilers if you have not seen this Hotel Artemis movie.
Right.
I actually like the movie. It was billed as kind of like a John Wick type of film, but actually, what it actually is like this alcoholic and old nurse lady runs this criminal underground secret medical facility with Dave Bautista, who's like I guess she brought him in as like a child or took care of him or something. He's huge, and he has this. They have like this connection that they're like friends, and he helps her. He's like the orderly. And they deal with all these fucking criminals and shit. Jeff Goldblum basically like set her up in there, and he needs help. And there's like this assassin thing there too that like basically is there to assassinate Jeff Goldblum. She has this implant in her eye. It takes place like in the near future. And the client wants to. She says this early on. The client wants to watch her kill her target so that they can like jerk off to it later.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, that's
you
sick as fuck. So
in the near future, there's not much left.
So she hurt Jeff Goldblum to get him in there, so she could like do the deed like there and kill him like while he's separated.
Right.
And so she fucking has this like piece of broken glass up to his neck, and he's like, oh, I never knew this is how I'd go, but okay, baby, take me down the river. And she just cuts his fucking ear to ear. The way he approached it was like, oh, I like this.
All right.
I want it.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. Featuring Doug.
Featuring Douglas. He's just gonna sit there in front of the microphone.
He should. If he did, that'd be cool.
But
it was an okay movie.
Yeah, it was all right. I
Did you see it?
Yeah, it was like I felt it was a little like lackluster. Like there could have been a little bit more here.
I kind of liked it, and I took it just for when it came out. I took it more as like, oh, this is. I bet you now that I know this information, movies make more sense to me now that I know that scripts get passed around.
Yeah,
like to all these different writers for different revisions, and then they like the idea and they'll go steal it, or they'll twist it, or they'll go a different direction.
Right.
Which is why you get so many movies that are similar in the same year, or whatever. So I kind of liked it for that respect, that it took this other element of like, oh, they like the Continental from John Wick, and they wanted to explore what that could have been like.
Sure.
It defied my expectations a little bit. It was. So here's what I thought was the most fucking stupid thing. In the very beginning, with that guy Sterling K. Brown, the guy's like the robber with his brother.
Yeah.
They have a mask on that covers from their nose tip to their forehead.
Yeah.
Right. So he needs to, the mouth is completely open
all the way.
Nothing there.
Nothing there.
He needs to pull that part of his mask up
right
over his head to talk to his brother while facing away from him. Why the fuck does your brother not recognize? Does he have face blindness where he doesn't recognize you if you're obscured slightly?
Right.
I mean, where's he from? Like the Marvel Comics or DC Comics world?
It's like fucking Superman all over.
He's like, it's me, your brother.
Oh! Where the fuck did you go?
Even though I saw you put that on when we came in here. Like what choice was that? I don't know who got hit in the head.
Well,
on the writing team.
I guess they're like, well, you know what?
And why didn't the actors question it? He should have been like, why am I doing this? This doesn't make any sense.
What's my motivation here?
Is it to illustrate that they're stupid? Is that the idea?
Who knows?
Bumbling?
Who knows?
The idea was, I think, he ended up being like one of the most capable characters in the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why. Well, I also really like Charlie's character in that movie.
It could be like that invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. You know, it's just
maybe
you put it on and suddenly everybody else is confused.
It would have made more sense too if, like, here's how I could have seen it happen. His brother was mostly robotic in the future, and he was wearing those sunglass type of things that you ever seen those things that like they scramble video signals. They like basically like white your face out,
right?
Because like whatever thing that they're displaying. So maybe if he would have had to take those off to talk to his robotic brother, that would make some fucking sense.
That's right.
But last time I checked, human eyes,
zero CGI. All you got to do is just put it in the script. All you got to do is make a line that says, "Oh yeah, by the way, my little eyeballs that make everything turn into white screen." Piece of cake.
And anyways, why wouldn't you just put contacts in your face if that was the case too?
They did it.
It should have asked.
Coming soon to DVD commercial thing. It's right there.
We need a computer program that scoops up all of the good but undeveloped ideas. Out of like the history of making stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they like start pruning them into
one movie,
like one perfect little shrub.
Yep.
I
love it.
Like
I
those,
love it.
what are they called? God damn it, I can't think of the names of them. Those little Japanese trees.
A bonsai tree.
Bonsai tree.
It's okay. It's not Asian Pride Month anymore. All right.
It's not. It was last month.
That's right.
Last month I remember the name. This month
I
don't have room for it.
Sorry.
Pride month.
Pride Month. Pride Month.
Speaking of Pride Month,
have
you been watching Stranger Things?
No, I'm waiting until the other part of it comes out because I don't.
By the way,
I've
just been watching it.
Yeah.
It's so Stranger Things every year I feel like, Stranger Things is fine.
Yeah.
And then every fucking year I rewatch it or I go to watch that season and I'm like, damn, this show's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah, they did a good job with it.
This fucking season's really good.
That's what I heard. I heard a lot of good things there.
And I don't normally when people say that, I'm like, it can't be that good.
Right.
But then I watched it and I was like, fuck, man. They are like, they have some really great convergent like storyline stuff happening, and it's very well woven together. I know some people said like, oh, it wasn't. I was like reading some spoiler free like friends stuff saying on their Facebook or whatever like their posts, and they're like, oh, I saw these twists coming and blah blah blah. That really doesn't matter, because like it's how they do it that's
exactly
so
it's the execution.
Yeah. Oh fuck. And even some parts I had no clue where they were going with it. So, that's really good. Not that I need to, Stranger Things. Well, they're tie-ins, dude. They're worse than like.
Have you heard about this place? Have you heard about this show?
I see ads for everything with Stranger Things. It's like Stranger Things doors. You want a door to the upside down? Get a Stranger Things door.
Get some Stranger Things napkins. You never know what might be on the inside of this Stranger Things napkin.
Clean up your face with a Stranger Things napkin.
Right. Oh my God, it's amazing. Stranger Things Q-tips. You'll hear right into the upside down as you remove the wax from your ears and little spores start coming out. It's
practically, dude. That's not even an exaggeration. They got to tie in with every damn thing. Everybody wants a piece of that successful pie.
Yeah.
Speaking of wanting a piece of the successful pie, that Mark Rebier thing you showed me.
Oh my God.
I haven't watched the collaboration yet.
Thursday?
Is it coming?
It's this week.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on Thursday.
I thought maybe it already passed.
Sure. No. It's on maybe it's on Wednesday. What day is it? I can't remember.
But dude, Amazon sponsors him now. Like he got scooped up.
Oh yeah, he has. Well, he got a show. That's why.
Yeah.
It's on.
Isn't that fucking?
Yeah,
nuts?
it's tomorrow. It's on Wednesday. So if you're listening to this on Wednesday, it's tonight.
Yeah. What time does it say?
It's at 7, I believe.
Okay.
Wait a minute, let me look on there.
Just look up
I have the right time.
Mark
on there.
Rebillet. It's spelled like Rebillet.
Yes.
And
It's at
the show's
6.
called Weve Got Company.
Yeah, We've Got Company. It's on Amazon's Twitch channel, Amazon Music's Twitch channel.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and the first. Well, it was supposed to be the first episode, and they had these massive technical difficulties, and they're like, "We'll be with you in 1 minute." Somebody from Amazon kept putting the post on. They're like, "All right, we're getting it all worked out. We'll be there soon." And then after a half an hour, they were like, "Sorry guys, we can't do the show. Something's wrong." And that was it. And it was all over.
How exciting!
And so then, I did catch one with Erykah Badu. That he did, because Mark and Erica I guess they've done some festivals and stuff together, so they're friends. And but it's really cool. It's just like an old like 70s set, and they just sit around and talk about shit, and then they make music together.
Oh, nice!
It's fucking awesome. It's such a good show, and it's perfectly Mark Rebillet. It's absolutely beautiful.
I don't think he's like on Amazon. I've seen him do commercials and stuff. He's like. But he unapologetically does it. He did that Liquid Death, that water commercial, whatever the hell. But he lampoons it basically.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fucking shit.
It's beautiful.
I hope he never ever changes that. That's what I love about him.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a fuck.
He's sincere, and he sees it for what it is. That's a beautiful thing.
It's cool to see like somebody like come up.
That's the thing that blew me out of the water. The fact that I found out about this episode coming up tomorrow, not on his page, but on Tenacious D's page, because they're going to be the special guest. Kyle Gass was like, "We're so excited to be on the show." Like, what the fuck is going on? This guy.
You're watching a torch being passed.
Yeah,
basically.
It's amazing. And Tenacious D is going to premiere a new music video on there.
Oh, nice.
And they're going to make some announcements. I assume is going to be a tour or something like that. That's sort of judging by the chatter and the sort of the little hints that they're dropping here and there. I think that's what's going to be. I don't know. It would be amazing if they're going to talk about having a new album out. That would be great too. But
I don't know.
Who knows?
People have been, things have been kind of gearing back up. And I think people have had people are coming out of this like reflection period. For those who have been reflecting over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I noticed there's a lot more things like getting stirred up and happening.
Speaking of which, did you see the fucking videos from the Merciful Fate show?
Yeah. What was he wearing?
Oh my God.
I didn't watch the videos. I saw pictures.
Did you watch the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Yeah.
Okay. So
not the most recent season.
No, but the guys in hell who are like the kings of hell or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what fucking King Diamond looked like.
Yeah.
It was fucking.
He looks like the fucking Witch Kings from fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I saw him, and
these
like
crowns.
real high pointed crown. I was like, at first, I was like, this is fucking dumb, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's King Diamond. This is fucking awesome.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
I would be like the guy who worked on Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Oh man, come back again.
But they fucking did Corpse Without Soul. I couldn't believe it.
I gotta watch that video. I saw
my
somebody
God.
posted that was a set list. I'm in that Merciful Fate King Diamond group
Yeah.
that was posting like so many memes, and then his wife's on there too. And I guess everybody who posted memes got like kicked out of it. They're like way too serious, but. Yeah, that's where I get a lot of my King Diamond updates from that.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah.
And they had like the whole set list up there, and I was like, Corpse Without Soul.
I could not believe it. Man.
Is he like becoming a better singer now?
Yeah.
It's weird because
after his heart attack, man.
When we saw him, I was like, damn, he sounds fucking good.
It's because he quit smoking.
Yeah.
He quit smoking, and that fucking turned him around. His voice came back.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
Yeah.
I can't even believe he did what he did when he smoked.
I know, man. Well,
honest.
Most of the live footage that I saw back when he was still smoking, he struggled a lot to sing, with a lot of that stuff.
It takes so much of your breath away.
It's
really hard
idea.
to keep control.
Oh my God. Because you got to jump. That's the hardest part, is jumping between all these voices.
Yeah.
It's so jarring through your vocal cords. And, you got to keep in mind, depending upon the notes that you're hitting, you have to use different amounts of air pressure to be able to maintain the volume of your voice. You know, it's so, you can rely a little bit on mic dynamics on bringing it closer or farther away from your mouth. But at a certain point, you have to be able to put the pressure through. And God, is that fucking exhausting.
Oh, yeah. But you got a whole bunch of other body to support with that air.
So, yeah, that's exactly right. I gotta keep this alive too. I can't just sing the song and that's it. There's a lot going on. But yeah, it really was. But I was really excited to
watch
see
that.
those videos.
I'm curious.
I'm hoping some more videos come out as time goes on, because the ones that I saw were, you could hear everybody singing like around the person who was filming, and so you could like only barely make out what they were doing, because of course nobody else can fucking sing it right. So it makes it sound like it sounds terrible, but if you just really hone in on just his voice, then you can tell.
I also read from that group that Merciful Fate has written like a 9-minute song. Yes, that's going to start debuting.
Well, apparently they played it at the show, but nobody filmed it.
Oh, okay.
Because they opened with that song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is a smart idea, because normally people don't, aren't filming. Well, I mean, if there's a grand opening, then yeah, sometimes they film that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it's the, what the fuck is it called?
But you had 9 minutes to pull your camera out, meaning
that's right. Yeah, right. At some point, somebody must have. But I'm sure it's out there on the internet somewhere. But at that point, I think it was a couple days after the festival had happened, and they hadn't done it yet. But
they'll be doing some more of it, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll get a good video.
Well, and they're going to be playing that Psycho Las Vegas show. With who the fuck else is going to? Merciful Fate's going to be out there. I know Last Podcast on the Left is going to be out there. There's like 3 bands that are going to. Fucking Church of the Cosmic Skull from England is going to be there. Oh my God, I wish I could go to that show, but there's no way in hell I'm paying $4 billion. If only I would have slept on that thing on the side of a cliff.
I know, if you would have been hanging on like a
1 billion away.
You'd be a mountain goat for one right.
But yeah, no, that's going to be a hell of a thing. But I'm sure we'll get some more videos along the way, and maybe even some more pro shot stuff. Especially a lot of the festivals over in Europe, they air them on like television, and so that's normally where a lot of that tour footage comes from when they're European stuff. Because they have little clips. Because I have some great like, I guess they would be considered like bootlegs.
You're like the bootleg king. If
you
have a
baby.
Particular subject you're interested in, you will consume everything. That's about right. It.
I want to know every variation that they did during the tour, all that stuff. I want to know. But I think that we'll see some of that coming along down the line, and I'm excited to see the Church of the Cosmic Skull bootleg stuff once that starts to show up too, because they haven't been, of course, with COVID and everything, they haven't been playing shows, and they hadn't been around very long right before COVID, so they really weren't doing a whole lot of shows. But the thing I'm curious about is to see if they can pull off the harmonies that they do on the album, because it's like 4 or 5 of them singing. And there's girls and guys in the band, and so they all harmonize their voices together, and it's sort of pitchy, but it's supposed to be like reminiscent of like 60s 70s like early rock music sort of thing. And so it really has a cool vibe to it. I just love that fucking band. And the fact that of course all the Christian censors are going after them now, which is fantastic. It just makes me love them more, but we'll see what happens. But I'll tell you what I didn't love is last week we missed the show. So
all due to some one.
Well, here we go.
1 point.
So here we are. It's so my sister's wedding was last Saturday. Sunday, I was at work. On the way home from work, I thought, I'm hungry. I don't have any food in the fridge. I'm going to stop off at Sheetz and get some hot dogs. So I got a hot dog, and I went back to the house, ate half of one hot dog, and I thought, I got to fucking cut the grass because it's going to rain tomorrow and it's going to be a mile high. So I went out, cut the grass. I came back in, and I just started feeling like shit. And I was like, oh my God, I hope I didn't get food poisoning. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And then my stomach felt like I had a fucking fireball in there. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
You should have let it bake in the sun.
Oh my God. It just got worse and worse. And so I was just laying there, and I was like, I just want to die or throw up or something. But neither of those things happened. And just laying there and I just keep running to the bathroom and just like, come on. But I'm just dry heaving, nothing's happening.
Shit.
And so then finally, real early Monday morning, I finally throw up. Get a little bit of relief. I'm like, now I can finally sleep because I've been up for hours and hours and hours. And so then I wake up about 2-3 hours later, still feel fucking sick. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is from a half a fucking hot dog, right? So
it makes you wonder how many other people had complete meltdowns that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus
Christ. So then the rest of the day, nothing's coming up. I'm just dry heaving, and I feel like somebody shot a cannonball into my stomach because my stomach or my muscles are getting all bruised from all that. So anyhow, that's going on, and then finally it starts to subside a little bit, but I still don't feel right, and I didn't feel right for another 4 days.
Oh my God!
Come to find out, it wasn't food poisoning. I got a stomach bug at the fucking wedding.
Oh, was somebody sick there at the wedding?
Somebody must have had it. And so I was running the music at the wedding.
So it wasn't Sheet's fault.
It wasn't Sheet's fault. No.
All right. Well,
I thought it was
sorry
at the time.
We slandered your name.
Exactly.
You're a very good name. Not like I haven't ended up in the bathroom after eating your food. Anyway.
I have so many times, and I was saying everybody who was asking me how I was doing, and I was like, I just hate it because I used to get these. It's 2 hot dogs for $1. You can't go wrong.
You're like lamenting the fact that your stomach can't handle it anymore.
Why can't? Oh my God,
stomach! You better man up because I don't have much in this wallet.
That's right.
Okay, it's 2 for $1.
We got enough for 4 hot dogs and nothing else. Okay, all right. And so I and it took me 2 days to throw the rest of those hot dogs away. But so on the one hand, I was like, oh, thank God I'm not just getting old and can't handle things anymore. It wasn't that. It was just the illness. But yeah, I was running music at the wedding, and so I did that because I thought I'll be able to stay away from everybody. It was outside anyway. Right. But then as the evening went on, of course, everybody had their libations, and they were all coming over and talking to me like, "Hey man,
all over
you got to play this song. This is going to be a great song." And I had my beer sitting on my little table thing that has all my mixing board and shit on it. So I'm guessing at some point when somebody was over there talking to me, some of their spittle made its way into my beer, and unbeknownst to me, I drunk it down, and then it fucked me up for all. I'm telling you, dude, I did not feel normal. In fact, I still feel fucking weird sometime in the morning.
You got to get this thing. I saw an ad for this on somewhere, Instagram or something.
Yeah,
it's called a nightcap.
Yeah,
and it's a cup cover. It's meant to protect people from like being roofied.
Oh,
so you bring it with you, you put it over top of a cup.
Yeah,
but that would basically like keep any junk from getting into your drink.
Yeah, that's a thought.
So start bringing that.
I got to because I can't have that happen again.
I mean, like that's a very good idea, and I think like if you're not gonna babysit your drink, you really should be careful like what goes in it, because well, for one, people really do that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And two, like I'm not gonna get sick off of somebody spittling in my drink. Fuck
exactly,
you. Yeah. I'm trying to be over here.
I kept and the thing that was really pissing me off is every time I would walk away from my little booth, I'd come back and there'd be some fucking drunk person at it playing with my fucking laptop.
What?
And I'd be like, hey buddy, move out of the way. This is my stuff. I'll take care of it. What do you want?
You also need a bat.
Right. Yeah, that's what I really wanted to do.
The night bat.
I was like, you're in a bad way because I'm going to own all this property someday, and I'll be perfectly happy making sure nobody knows your body's buried here.
You need the nightcap and the night stick.
That's it. Motherfucker. So, but yeah, that.
What person has the audacity to go back and start fucking with your shit?
I don't know.
As
they're
DJ?
They're wasted. They were wasted too.
I went to the last wedding I went to, had one of the worst DJs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No offense. I hope it's not one of their friends. But it was my cousin's wedding, and everything else was fantastic. But this guy, well, I don't know what his deal was. I was like, hey man, can you play like a slow song, like a ballad or something?
Right.
And he's like, I got you.
Turns on Sandstorm by
I mean, at least then I would have been able to like rave a little bit. That would have been like a different mode of fun. Instead, he plays something that, first of all, sucks ass.
Right.
And second of all, no one has ever heard.
Yeah.
It's some B-side from some no-name hair band or something. I don't know what it was, but I had never heard this song in my whole motherfucking life. And I consider myself like at least kind of decently versed.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody knew.
No clue.
I'm looking at Allison like this fucking guy over here.
Right.
He promised me it'd be good. But meanwhile, earlier in the the party, like we were just commenting and this whole conversation with her about how awful he was.
Right.
He was not playing like any consistently good. He just was terrible.
Right.
So I had every right to go back there and like change his shit.
Sure.
But I'm sure you were doing a good job over there.
I just played the playlist. That's all I fucking had to do. Because it's all my sister's friends, so they all listen to the same thing.
Was it a big wedding or was it like
it was
moderate size?
It was like, there was probably maybe like 40, 45, 50 people there.
Was it nice weather for you there?
Yeah, it was good. It was great. Yeah,
it was like,
the weather held out.
Last weekend, wasn't it? Or no,
no,
2
weekends
ago.
Yeah. Oh, she's here. My sister's here.
Hey,
you're welcome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, it all went well. We had some clouds come in at the beginning of the day a little bit, but they blew over. We didn't get any rain or anything, and everything was fine. 75, she says. 75 people.
75.
I don't know how many. I'm not good at counting.
That's a decent.
I failed math twice.
That's a decent amount. 75 is not a number I routinely count to.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. I usually stop at 1.
Yeah,
that's right.
1, 2.
One,
go past 10.
Can I have 2 1 beers, please?
I only need one number.
I only need one. 1 is the best number that we've got here. That's the only one that we need. It's all we need. That's all we need,
That's
folks.
all anyone ever needs.
That's exactly right. That's all we have to do. But I'll tell you what else we got to do. Some weird news.
We do have to do some of that.
God damn.
Here we go.
We got to get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. That's what the kids say.
That's what they say nowadays.
Huh?
Huh? Like you're surprised.
All right, let's get the weird news rolling, folks. Here we go. Nope, that's not right. Yes, it is. See, I've been off for a week and I'm getting rusty.
No, Chris has been off for
Chris has been off for a lot longer than that.
Chris,
where are you?
We're
waiting on you, Chris.
We're in need.
And
if Chris is so heavily featured in our,
that's great. He's still here. It's because I'm too lazy to go through and actually change it.
Don't change it.
Never change.
Don't ever change.
Never change. Just like everything else on our show, it never changes. Now what's happening here? Come on. No, that's got to go over there.
Come on.
God damn it. Touch me, babe.
Don't you see that I am not afraid? Oh my God!
Oh no!
What was that promise that you made?
Okay. All right. Now, for all of you, don't feel offended, but we got to take the gate robot down there because we have to. Here we can put him up in the corner. I forgot.
That's all right.
I made him a logo too.
We need little son.
What just happened? No, stop. There we go. Okay.
It doesn't mean we love him any less.
That's right.
He's not going in the closet.
He's not going. No, he's going out. He's going out dancing. That's where he's going.
Coming out.
I want the world to know. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let me get the weird news all squared away here. Where the fuck did the song's going? Oh, there it is. Oh, we went way past.
We did. We're
that's all right. We had
10 minutes beyond it.
We had to make up for lost time.
That's right. These people are clamoring for all this comedy.
They're begging.
That one fan that we made, we don't know. I love it. That one guy. That was my favorite experience we've ever had.
Your
as
show.
Far as this show goes.
That's right.
He's like, you guys are great. I was like, what?
Who are you?
What's happening?
Don't take my money. I need to buy hot dogs.
I've only got enough for 3 hot dogs.
These I got $1.50.
I have one a day.
That's all I had. That's all I had left.
Barf all everything else.
It took me 2 days to do that. All right, here we go. Weird news time.
Did you get sick?
No, Beth didn't get sick. No,
that's good.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
That's like one of the worst things that could happen. You get married, and right as soon as you start it, you get sick.
Deirdre says, "I'm actually taking notes while listening to this as background noise. Perfect. This is what we want to hear.
You have to re-listen to this, Deirdre, whenever you're taking your next test, because that's how the association.
That's exactly right. It's all there. I listen to podcasts when I'm cutting the grass, and whenever I walk past certain parts of the yard, I get like flashbacks of sound from the show.
Weird, right?
It works.
Sound and memory.
It works.
It's proven. Studied and proven.
I listen to a tape recording of whatever I'm taking a test on, and that way I can just sleep during the test, and I always fail it. But all right, here we go.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news.
Weird news on the Kickstart with Matt.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witch
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The Human Torch is denied a bank loan. The Artemis has spotted the ship.
And now with this week's weird news, here's
Alrighty, folks. So here we go for weird news. Let me get it up there for everybody who can see. And it's Pride Month, so I can say that. Okay.
And those who can't, like Stevie Wonder,
that's right.
will never know.
He has no clue what's happening. Well, I'll tell you who else didn't have any clue what's happening. A British Columbia music teacher who saw a bear lurking outside the school where he worked managed to drive the animal away by playing his trombone. So don't let you ever...
Much like a human audience.
That's
it immediately vacated the premises.
That's right. Music again has soothed the savage beast. But Tristan Clausen, music teacher at St.
Tristan claws him, and who else claws him? This fucking bear.
That's right. To death.
He's gonna find his home. He's gonna look him up on the yellow pages. Go to his house.
We need you know a bear never forgets. That's what they say. A music teacher at St. John's Academy in Shawings Lake said he was alerted to the presence of a bear sniffing around the wooden structure that houses and trash cans outside the school. Clausen said another teacher attempted to scare the bear away by banging a door. Well, I thought I can do better than that, and I reached for my trombone and went out, he said. Of course, most people don't realize how sensitive bears are about their massive size. A little comical soundtrack sent the bear crying into the woods. I just added that part. Video recorded by a student shows the bear becoming startled by Clausen's playing and hurriedly. Ooh, that's not one I have to say. Hurriedly. Hurriedly.
Hurriedly.
That's like a double suffix.
It is, yes. Yes,
welcome to America. Leave the area. He had a lot of attention in my direction and was trying to figure out what to do and decided discretion was the better part of valor.
Bears, and this is I'm assuming a black bear. I can tell from the picture here. Black bears tend to be pretty spooked by almost anything.
That's true.
So like you could have thrown like a walnut at him and he would have ran off.
Whatever you have.
I mean, you didn't need this trombone. This guy's taking the opportunity to get his 15 minutes of
That's
fame.
Exactly right. Let me show
no
you.
One's ever listened to my trombone before. Maybe if I scare a bear with it, somebody will pay attention to me.
Let me tell you the song. Let me play the song that I played to get the bear to go away. That's it. That's how you do it.
Well, I can tell you, you're doing one thing very successfully, sir. It's making me want to leave.
That's right.
I don't like it.
Well, and he finally told the Czech news, "I'm trying not to take it personally." He said, so that's that.
Hilarious
guy. I tell you who else was a hilarious guy. A French man who
Quentin Tarantino?
It's Quentin Tarantino. A French. He does look like fucking Quentin Tarantino. I didn't even see him on the big screen. He absolutely does. But he broke a Guinness World Record in Scotland. So he's a French guy in Scotland. All right.
Oh my!
By bungee jumping from a bridge. You ready for this? 765 times in 24 hours.
Whoa.
How does your body not just fall into pieces? I mean, you got, listen.
It's like jumping on the bed when you're a kid.
It's not. It's not at all.
It's a lot like that.
No, because this thing is slow. Yeah, yes, it slows your suspension or your descent, but that suspension is jerking your body around.
It's real easy. Like, okay, so yeah. He's probably suffering.
Yeah.
But they keep him strapped in when he bungees back to the top. They just push him off again. He's asleep through most of it.
Oh, that's the key. Once you pass out, it's good. That's why they always tell you to be drunk when you get in a car crash.
That's right. Yeah, they always
they said that driver's ed, I think. Francois Marie Dibben.
Oh no!
Oh God, this car's gonna hit me. I gotta do some shots. I can feel it. Any of these cars
never get the car sober. I learned this. Trust me. I'll survive.
Francois Marie Dibben, 44. I'm sure it's pronounced differently in France land, but bungee jumped from bungee jumped from a bridge over the River Garry 765 times. Of course, there's a River Gary in Scotland.
River Gary.
We have all of these Native American named rivers, and over there it's just Gary.
Susquehanna.
That's right.
This is Gary.
This is Gary. River Gary. River Bob's up the street there a little bit. It's very wide. 765 times between 10 a.m. on Tuesday and the same time Wednesday morning. So this guy was bungee jumping through the night. I
Never slept a wink.
No. Well, maybe he did. Maybe,
Just
like you said, they just keep reeling him in. They have one of those big fishing rods.
Yeah.
Like, all right, reel him back in.
So here's something I'm not familiar with bungee jumping, and maybe some of the audience are.
Right.
But when you finish the bungee jump, you're still dangling, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, like, do they reel you back up, or?
I think they take a helicopter and they just they attach the other side to the blades, and then it just pulls you up real quick.
Yeah.
And you got to get off at the right time. Yeah. Yep.
Shoot,
and hope that the blades cut the line and not your neck. The previous record was 430 jumps, and it was set by a New Zealand bungee jumper, Mike Hurd. You heard? In 2017, just like Hurd.
Is that a river?
Yes, probably is. Dibben equaled Hurd's total in the first 10 hours of jumping. He's like, we're going to keep going.
Jesus, he went 14 more hours. He just went.
So that means he did 430 jumps in 10 hours. That is.
How long does a jump typically last?
This guy has to have scoliosis now, like bulge discs. I don't understand how he's still alive.
He's got one kind of bulge happening.
He does, yeah. He's strapped in real tight.
It's like popping his junk out.
Well,
like in this picture, he's got this friggin' like Easter egg going on down here.
He does, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Well, it's Pride Month, so so Dibben's record attempt was overseen by personnel from the Highland Fling Bungee of Killicranky. That's what it's called. I'm not kidding. Killicranky. Guinness World Record educator was one hand to verify the record. So I don't know about you, but if I'm going to jump off a bridge, I'm only going to do it once. But so that's that. All right. Speaking of, and now we're going to come back to our home state here, folks. We're going to come back to Pennsylvania. These are some people who could have taken a page out of his book, I suppose. Passengers on a Pennsylvania amusement park ride were left suspended upside down in the air in the middle of a ride due to a malfunction.
This is one of my worst fears, and this happened in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, I'm really not a big fan of getting on rides anymore. When I was a little kid, I used to get on like roller coasters a lot.
Sure.
There's only a couple that I'll really ride anymore.
I know my sister does it.
I don't want to end up like this.
Not me. I sit on the bench. Out of the splash zone where I can't get vomited on.
I'll tell you what, the ride that I'm having a hard time with already is life.
Right.
And I don't need any more stress.
Let me tell you what, I've already got whiplash from the past 3 years, okay? Just point me towards the funnel cake stand. Where's the funnel cake stand of life? That's what I want to know. Well, Kennywood Park in West Mifflin confirmed the Aero 360 ride malfunctioned and left riders stranded upside down. Maintenance staff responded quickly, and they brought the ride back to its a designated resting position and safely evacuated the riders.
How long were they up there?
They were up there for several minutes, apparently.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God. That's so thankfully. But that's enough minutes for me to have a fucking meltdown.
That's enough for you to get a head rush.
Have a fucking meltdown. Right. I would not be okay after that.
Yeah, that would be the end of it. You're going to need.
I would never, ever get on a ride again.
Right.
Like, I still get on some.
That would end the game.
No, that's it. I'm done.
That would be
checked out. I'm retiring from riding rides.
Well, Paul said 3 riders visited the first aid center as a precaution before returning to the park. So they went back after that, apparently. They were like, oh, you know what?
I gotta get my money's worth.
Try this one more time.
I got stuck up there.
Listen, it's not going to break a second time.
Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same
exactly
place.
Right. Then as they go up, it doesn't get stuck, but it does get struck by lightning.
Everyone gets toasted right there.
The ride will remain closed until the review is conducted for its safety. So there you go. That's it, folks. You gotta deal with the rides that you ride sometimes. But I'll tell you another crazy ride this guy went on. Federal authorities say a man has been arrested in Charlotte, North Carolina, after he was stopped in the city's airport with more than 23 pounds of cocaine concealed in the seat cushions of a motorized wheelchair.
Holy shit!
You know, that's how you got to do what you got to do
like
sometimes.
2 Dougie's worth.
That's 2 Dougie's worth of that's exactly right of cocaine, and he definitely behaves as if he has consumed 2 Dougie's worth
He
of
feels
cocaine.
like a brick. I'll tell you
he
that.
does. He does. He's
solid.
He's a chonky boy. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officers encountered the traveler as he was arriving at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport from the Dominican Republic. There you go. The Duke man's here from the Dominican Republic last week. His answers didn't really match up, and his physical purported handicap also didn't quite match up.
I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of spinals in my day.
This guy's faking it.
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Yep, it was one of those situations, folks.
This guy doesn't look handicapped to me.
Yeah, that's it.
And by the way, let me tell you, from one government agent to another, you don't call it handicapped anymore. All right, it's called a disability.
It's called concealing cocaine.
It's called a criminal.
It's called a criminal.
I don't care whether they walk, run, or swim.
That's it.
Okay, they're breaking the law.
They're smuggling drugs somehow. We're gonna rip them open until we find them.
We're not gonna, and let's not diminish the other, the idea of a disability.
That's
either.
right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
When's Disability Month?
That's a good question.
There is none.
Well,
there's none. You know what? And I don't mean to get on a soapbox during Pride Month, but that is a very
represented.
Yes, underrepresented and like sort of ignored group of people. Intentionally ignored group.
I guess because those groups of people could also be parts of other groups of people. But I guess that could be true for any of them, you know. There's lots of Venn diagrams going on there, I guess.
Absolutely.
Eventually, we'll just have years, whole years. This is the year of the disabled.
Yeah, it's the year. What year were you born in?
It's the American zodiac. I was born in the year of diabetes.
I'm a diabetes. What are you?
I'm a red diabetes baby.
I'm a Native American. I'm Hispanic. Oh shit! No,
yeah, that's right.
This half of the month.
That's exactly right. There you go. So that was a telltale sign that there was something suspicious. Mike Prado of Homeland Security said the 4 packages containing cocaine were discovered within the seat cushions and had an estimated street value of $378,000, according to a news release. So there you go, folks. That's not even a quarter of what it would take for me to sleep on one of those sheets of vinyl on the side of a mountain.
He was trying to deliver that.
He was
to
he was trying to work his way up. He might
agree.
For all I know, he's a listener and he's just trying to help move things along.
I'll tell you what, he's not a patron.
That's exactly right. He's not giving us any money. Maybe he was going to give us some after he sold all his cocaine.
That's what I'm hoping for. That was my postulation here.
Are you drawing over there?
Yeah.
I figured you were drawing because you're not paying attention. I figured that's what was happening. Well, the 22-year-old man was charged with trafficking cocaine. Officials say he was a lawful permanent U.S. resident. So there you go. Well, folks, if you've ever taken a little trip around on something other than a cocaine-filled scooter, rascal, you probably used Uber at some point.
Why is everything also travel-based in this?
Well,
week?
Sometimes it's about how you get from here to there, and sometimes it's how you get home. But we'll get to that story next. Ride story sharing service. Ride story time. Ride sharing service. Uber released its 6th annual Lost and Found Index, revealing some of the most common and most unusual items left behind in drivers' vehicles. The Lost and Found Index released Friday revealed the most common item left behind, of course, were phones/cameras, wallets, keys, backpacks, purses, headphones, speakers, glasses, clothing, vaping devices, jewelry, and IDs. But this is where it gets interesting. Some of the most unique items. What did you draw?
Stevie Wonder.
Jesus Christ. Things with a flared base. Juan, that's it. Juan knows. Juan's got it down.
Apparently, they are leaving them behind because people aren't using them.
That's exactly right. That nobody has a flared base anymore. Some of the most unique items, or at least if they do, they're not getting lost, and so we're not talking about them. We are talking about them, but they're not showing up in the stories. Some of the most unique items reportedly lost by passengers included tater tots.
What?
A fingernail, an entire fingernail.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Quote, my grandma's teeth, 500 grams of caviar, a pizza costume,
how do you leave that in there?
A painting of a moose fucking.
Oh, that was a roller coaster.
Yeah, that was
ride. I felt like I was that
all over the place.
Last couple stories ago.
That's it. A Billie Eilish ukulele, an Employee of the Month plaque, a Bernie Sanders fanny pack, a crochet strawberry, a bucket of slime. Sometimes you got to take it from here to there. A quote brown tortoise and a ball gag and a stethoscope. There
Together?
Together. I'm not sure. Maybe they're playing doctor, a different kind of doctor. You got to open your mouth and say for a different reason sometimes. And sometimes there's no tongue depressor. It's just depressing. Uber said more than 40 riders lost their CPAP machines and more than 30 lost retainers and 5 people lost a full set of dentures.
Why so many is my question.
It's a lot. I don't understand.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of things getting lost behind, but the most forgetful cities were Austin, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Houston, Indianapolis, Dallas, Kansas City, Atlanta, Tampa, Columbus, and Phoenix.
These Texans really don't keep track of their shit, apparently.
It's it. There's so much. It's so much bigger there that it really doesn't make a difference.
Speaking from personal experience, they're so much drunker there.
Mm-hmm.
They're
yeah.
They're in Austin. The time that I took the public transportation in Austin, I was on a bus. It was Halloween. I was on a bus with so many people that it was practically, and I'm not really exaggerating here, it was practically scraping the road with how much weight. It was probably 3 times over the rated weight limit.
That's right. Of course.
I was so packed in that thing. It was fucking nuts. I couldn't even move.
Like a Japanese bullet train.
It was, I felt like I was going to go sleep in a pod after that. It was fucking insane. But yeah, everyone was just wasted. Of course. And most of the time that I've been out there, that's how it is.
I don't know if you caught this, but my favorite one out of all that list was a pizza costume.
Yeah, a pizza costume.
That was fantastic. I'm really happy that
how in the hell do you leave an entire pizza costume in there? How come people are leaving teeth in there?
Yeah,
what are they doing with these
Why are
teeth?
you taking them out? Is the question. Yeah.
Why are they removing them?
These are all the great mysteries of life.
I'm just gonna relax on this ride.
Let me I like to unbutton my pants and I like to just pop out my teeth and just take a little breather while this very, very German car takes me to wherever I need to go.
Yes, driver, take me home, please.
Take me home, please. Do you have any teeth? I forgot mine back in the other very car. So anyhow, well, sometimes
I like to get dropped off in a rough neighborhood and picked up there because it's cheaper.
It's cheap.
But every so often I lose my teeth.
Well, you got to. That's why you get the insurance and the replacement plan. Sometimes you got to trade for a seat.
I leave my fix it in at home when I go out.
I'll give you. That's right. You can't afford to take it with you. Inflation is a bitch. Well, I'll tell you who else is probably at home, folks.
Whoa.
Here we are again.
Okay. Oh, no.
Here we are again. So none of this is all me, just in case you didn't realize. This is all me. Here we are again. Another fabricated holiday on the way. That's right, folks. Sunday, June 19th is Father's Day, and if you found yourself on this planet and you're not comprised of circuit boards and lithium-ion batteries, at some point in your life, half of you was shot out of a proverbial flesh cannon into this putrid hellscape we call existence. So you better get your wallets out because the shadowy overlords at Hallmark need to complete their collection of limited edition, gold-plated, full-scale replicas of the 7 wonders of the world. Ironically brought to you by Kellogg's. And as always, in an effort to look out for our loyal fans, we've stolen another list from the internet to help you to know what to go for first.
Oh my God, you need to write all of the intros.
I wrote all these coming up, so this is so buckle in, folks.
Oh my God.
This is Genghis Khan, by the way. He fathered most of Europe and Asia.
We need to get into the card making business. We would do well. Oh.
All right, so here we go.
Oh, man.
First up, here we are. First up, we all know dads love to take their kids to Chuck E. Cheese. Screaming children, the cardboard pizza, the ever-inflating price of tokens, the dead-eyed employees begging to be the next pelt on the animatronic mascots, and of course, the meningitis-laden ball pits. Now we can bring home all the brain-swelling fun with his very own extremely tiny ball pit. It's basically just a hamper full of Christmas decorations. He's guaranteed.
It's like the crap. It's like the thing, the repository that you put your ornaments in before you put them away. It's when you get them off the Christmas tree.
Oh, Dad's guaranteed to have a blast as his children knee him right in the balls right before the sides rip off. So there you go. There's your first one.
Talk about contraception.
That's it. I'll tell you. Well, here, our next up, we all know Dad loves to spend time in the garden. Hell,
sure.
Mom has 2 other dads in there already.
Oh my God.
But now those strange patches of grass that pop up won't stand a chance thanks to this robo weeder.
Oh shit! It's like a Roomba.
It is. It patrols around the garden on its own, and you can set it on several routine intervals. And best of all, it'll never talk to the police.
This was literally, they've automated my job that I had in college. That's
it. You got out just in time.
Oh, thank God.
Just in time, folks. So there you go.
But I'll tell you what, if they're going to automate one damn thing on this planet, it's weeding. Because that is one of the most fucking tedious,
that's the truth,
nonsense things you can do.
Well, and it's solar powered. That's even better.
Oh my God, even better.
So it's green. You know, that's what you want.
Green in all senses.
I'll tell you what else is green. We all know that dads love 2 things: wearing skirts and handling meat. So why not bring them together with this grill kilt? It's camo.
I was just encouraging people not to wear any underwear.
I guess that might be what it is, but you know, it's camo, so his pasty white thighs blend right in with the yard, and it has enough pockets to hide all of his deepest, darkest secrets.
Oh, like the time he spent too long at work that night.
It was a mess.
He he had a long project to work on.
That's right. It's sometimes you got to put in that overtime. You don't have any say in the matter.
I hate this ad right now, but go ahead. I just oh my God, there's more pictures.
There's more.
No,
there's more.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's our next one. Why not enable Dad's delusional obsession with being personally enraged or elated by the performance of a bunch of strangers who he's never met by getting him a replica of the World Cup trophy?
Oh my God.
He'll be able to make all of his friends jealous as he adds one more lie to the mantelpiece above the dumpster fire of his life.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Replica, real life award that makes literally no difference.
That's
whatsoever.
Exactly right. Who cares? Who gives a shit? So we all know how much noise Dad makes in the garage while he works out with his friend Steve, despite the lack of gym equipment. And what better way to keep track of his reps and commemorate that time you walked in on Steve helping Dad get all those rubber banded together Sharpies that he had fallen on with this novelty pen holder. He could probably fit a Sharpie in there too with a little pressure.
Oh,
you know?
No.
So you got to do it. So
You're basically like you're right now. You're without doing it on purpose. You're auditioning for the role of the guy Vince, the slap chop Vince guy.
That's right. Yeah,
this is who you're becoming at this moment.
That's what I'm working on. I'm working on.
That's a great gift for Pride Month.
It is. There you go. So maybe Dad's more of a wine kind of guy, despite all the faded cut hair and the full sleeve of tattoos.
What kind of dad is out here with this in this kind of setup?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, this wine dispenser is sure to make him smile just as big as you did when you found out you'd be having 2 Christmases after Mom came home early and walked out into the pool yard to see Dad with his new friend Tiffany sitting on the end of the pool with her wedding stemware. So there you are. You know, sometimes you get what you need, and sometimes you just enjoy the day. It's a summer day.
Wait a minute. I'm slightly interested in what the product does. This is some sort of a wine dispenser with cups that can float around in the pool.
No, the cups don't come with it. I don't think. Maybe they do, but I think it's just
That's
like
the most interesting thing in this
it's
picture.
Basically just like a locker that you put a bottle of wine in.
The most interesting thing, and what the fuck? Yeah, it's like some Foot Locker or some sort of a like drinking fountain dispensary.
Right, basically.
Slightly like a slightly smaller version of it.
Yeah.
But these cups have no they have like no base to them, but they're wine glasses with like a bobber at the bottom of the stem,
right?
Which essentially like allows them to float in the water. That's what I'm most interested in this picture. Not even the fact that there's this Zac Efron looking guy with a rock sleeve tattoo going all the way down, and he doesn't look like the type of guy. He looks too young to have had a kid on purpose.
Right. Well, that is the caveat. Is exactly right. That's exactly right.
And this girl was very smart to hide her face from this ad.
Oh, let me switch my hair to the other side before you take the picture.
I wouldn't want to be associated with this garbage either.
That's the.
And then it's poorly written. Do they all come with some chalkboard name tag?
I guess so that you can write whatever kind, just so that when you're completely obliterated on wine in the pool,
you know who to blame.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what the murder weapon was, basically, as they're floating face down in the pool. You know what flavor it was, because that makes a difference.
That does for the coroner.
That's true. Yeah, it helps them fill out the paperwork a little bit easier. Yeah. Well, for our last thing here, maybe Dad's more traditional. You know, old, cynical, ready to be part of this year's cardiovascular disease statistics. If so, you can grab him one of these fantastic "fuck you" neon signs, so he can clearly display to everyone at Thanksgiving this year his feelings about the latest attempts at helping him become more progressive.
This is also one of the most insecure types of expression
it is.
Have.
It is.
Whenever I see these people post about, like, you know, I'm only nice because it's my choice.
Right.
You just haven't pushed me far enough. And I'm like, what is this middle-aged like identity crisis fucking impotent nonsense Facebook posting over here? Like, you need to settle the fuck down,
right,
and understand that you have obviously some sort of like traumatic experience in your history.
Get some therapy.
Go to
work
therapy.
Through that shit and just be a regular ass person.
There's so much energy it takes to put up a neon sign that says "fuck you,"
right?
And also, you know what? Why are you just so blatantly screaming for help?
Yeah.
This is a cry for help. This is not an expression. It's not an identity.
It's being a man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Having this need to express to other people how much you don't care about them only expresses how much you actually fucking care.
Exactly
what they have to think.
Otherwise, you wouldn't even interact with them in the first place.
Exactly.
That's
those who don't care
works.
keep their fucking mouth shut.
That's it.
Jesus
remember
Christ.
that, folks.
Anyways, please continue.
But whatever your relationship might be with your dear old dad, remember he probably hates this world just as much as you do. So at least he's giving you that. So there you go. That's our little gift,
Imagine
guys.
a father that treasures a gift that says "fuck you."
Yeah.
Imagine a father that doesn't actually.
He wells up a little bit. He's like, "This is what I've always wanted."
I hate you, son. I hate you.
Let me plug this in
right now. It's like my Christmas. I feel so complete.
Oh, it's finally I can express the sentiments I've always wanted to. So that's our guide for you, folks. This holiday cycle,
this holiday season, whatever, it's coming up this season.
Whatever the
just
fuck
remember,
it is.
It's Pride Month.
Pride Month,
and it's also just so happens to be the time that your dad's day falls in. So give them the present that, you know, fits the most thematically appropriate topic.
You know what to do.
You know what to get them.
You know what to get them.
Flared bass is all I'm saying.
Flared bass is what we're saying. Aneros. Flared bass is what we're saying. It's not it is a Greek word, but it's something else too. So we'll let you chew on that for a little bit, but please don't put it in your mouth. And we'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt
and Matt.
And we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Jesus Christ. There we are, internet people.
Holy shit. That was the best article we've ever done.
That's it.
That was
That's it.
killing me.
Gotta hold everybody over till the orifice report, you know.
Whenever you write articles and you write excerpts from them, they are so much better than whatever cheesy horse shit ends up getting, you know.
That's because I only have to do it once a week.
Is there a job that you can take where you can just like write your articles up?
The Onion, I guess.
you can work for the Onion. Are they still they're still out there, right?
Oh yeah, sure. They could maintain the website and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get a job with the Onion.
Somebody was in the Onion movie. That was Rodney Dangerfield. That was it. That was the last thing he was in. I remember.
It was the last thing he was in.
Yeah, I remember that somebody died right after that movie, and that's what it was. It was Rodney Dangerfield.
Holy shit!
That was his last appearance. Yeah, I think so. I think it was him.
Good place to finish your career.
You know, sometimes you gotta sign off with
with a big bang.
With a big bang is exactly right. That's what you want.
Go out with a bang.
That's it. All right. Well, Internet people, thanks for joining us this week. Good to be back. We'll see you next week. And until then, we love you.
Be proud.
Good night. Be proud. That's right.
Stick around.
Wait. We can put it. Let's go out. Let's go out with. God damn it. Go out with the gay robot son. He's on the screen, folks. He's in our hearts, folks. He's on our shirts, folks. Go to our Redbubble shop.
If you want to make me happy, like, so I had this experience when I got this shirt. I was like, oh my God, I know I paid for this and we get no money back from it.
Right.
And I literally just gave someone else money to do this. Yeah. However, it was cool to see like some of my art on like a shirt.
Sure.
I was like, oh wow.
It's an achievement.
Like it's like I made some kind of merch.
That's it. It's all about getting, those
I like
little
to
victories.
See a little bit of my art. So if you guys want to make me happy in any kind of way, shape or form,
any kind of way,
in any kind of
Pride
way.
Month.
It is Pride Month. And if you guys want to make me happy,
that's it.
Go to our Redbubble shop.
Check it out.
And you don't have to buy a shirt. You can get it on anything. Stickers.
We got all kinds of shit.
You can get it on whatever you want. You know, you can get it on a mug. You can get it on whatever.
Whatever you want.
If you're interested in the design, I'm not, don't just do it. Just, don't do it to ingratiate yourself with me because then I'm not going to like you.
But he is going to know if you look at it and don't buy it because we do get reports.
We get reports about that. So
view reports. So
go, when you look at
IP addresses. So
go buy it.
Yeah, don't look at it, and you can't do like you do on your phone when you get a text message and you just read it from the preview.
Mm-hmm. Can't do that.
We know every time.
We can see it.
We know every time, and we know what you're wearing too because your camera takes a picture. See you next week.